Workout number 3. What is going on, guys? It's Dylan. Sorry, my voice is a little cracky. It's 5:50 in the morning. Anyway, so here's overhead press. This is a warm-up set. I usually just start with the bar. If the bar is actually too heavy for you, you can just there's women's bars they make, or you can use one of those curling bars. But little technique tips here: 1, squeeze your butt cheeks. 2 is keep your ribs down, don't let them flare up. Um, 3 is that bar should kind of arc up and over your head. So I'm kind of passing it by my face and leaning forward to get it right over the top of my head. Don't go too far back. Obviously that will fall back behind you, which is not going to be a good deal. So those first 2, and this is actually the last of the warm-up sets. I typically go 5 and then 3, and then this is just going to be 2 right here, just warming up. And this one's a little heavy for me. So I picked the weight I knew I could do for 4 to 6 reps. I just added 5 more pounds on here. And then I got into the set. So at the end, you'll see I use a little bit of body English, a little cheat reps, which is totally fine. On these ones, you're gonna go until you basically can't go anymore. You'll feel it sticking. Yeah, there you go. I got 4 reps. This next one is 8 rep max. So I'm going to 8 reps. If I can get past it, great. Not, at least hit 8. And if you don't hit 8, you can either stay the same weight the next week, or you can go down a little bit to make sure you hit at least 8. Once you hit 9 or 10, I do want you to go up in weight and hit it until you get more closer to 8 reps. So in this one, for example, I would definitely go down. I think I hit 10 reps here. So next week I would put it in there to go up in weight so I can go down in reps. Okay. Again, you're going for failure. I probably could have tried to crank out another rep there. You should go until the bar is actually just can't move anymore. Okay. Yeah, so this last one of 12 rep max. I got 13 here. Again, just up and over the head. Squeeze the glutes, keep the ribs tight. And this is really actually good for your shoulder mobility as well. The grip I use is just outside the shoulders. I use a suicide grip, so my thumbs are not under the bar, but I don't recommend that for newbies. I recommend your thumbs going completely around. Okay. Next one we're going to hop into is chin-ups. This first one is just a little warm-up set, just 2 reps body weight. If you can't do body weight chin-ups, you can use the assisted machine, or you can use bands. Tie them up there and put them around your knee or put them around your feet. That was a little warm-up. This next one's a warm-up as well, just 45 pounds. And then I go into my full rep max with the plate with 25 here. Yeah, I think actually this was 4 to 6 reps. So hit 1, 2, 3, and 4. It doesn't probably look like I'm locking out of my elbows at the bottom. I'd keep them straight. Next week, what I would do in that is stay at the same weight and try to go up in reps a little bit more. Okay, yeah, here's the next set. Hitting that, making sure the elbows lock out on the bottom. Okay, and you can use a little bit of cheat reps on the top, a little bit of flare. I don't want to see any kipping where you're just completely swinging. Okay, all the way up, chin, good. Okay, next one we get into is a 3-point row. This is 2 sets, 4 to 6 reps on the first set, 6 to 8 reps on the next set. Warm up into this, if you're hitting 80 pounds like I am, I'd probably hit 40, then 60, then hit my first set. Form on this, knee right under the hip, hand right under the shoulder, the off leg that's on the ground, you do want a little bit behind you so it doesn't hit the weight. Rowing, the elbow should stay really tight to the sides, even brushing the sides. You're bringing it right under the rib cage with the hand. And that's the set. Yep. 80 pounds. Shaking the camera. This one I went down to, I think 80 pounds. So I was at 90, I think. Yeah, 90 to 80. A lot of people use like percentages. I don't care how much you drop. I just care that you pick a weight that you can do within that rep range and play around with that. Don't get too crazy with percentages, dropping 10%, 15%. Just do a weight you feel that you can lift, and that's your maximal exertion for the amount of reps. Again, we're really trying to exert ourselves, really trying to go to failure. That strength is really what's going to build the lean muscle mass here. Okay, now we're getting to rear delt flies. These are just like chest flies, just reversed. So your chest is supported on the bench, hitting the back of the elbows. The hands stay in the same line of pull the whole time. You can see that there. They're kind of up in front of me. Elbows a little bit behind you. Okay, that's set one. And then I went an angle in front so you can see a little bit better on kind of what my elbows are doing and the soft bend that you have in there. So you see I have an elbow soft bend in there. You should feel right behind my rear delts. Fired up pretty good. And so for 10 to 15 reps, I kind of explained this last time, but you want to pick a weight that you can hit for 15 reps for all 4 sets. Once you do that, you go up in weight, and then if you hit 12 reps, and you're using that weight week after week until you can hit 15 reps. Again, with this 6-week programming, athletes plateau in 6 weeks, and we're really trying to exhaust everything we can out of this program. I think one of the biggest setbacks in program design is people just hop from program to program before they even plateau, and they're not measuring anything out. So if you're doing, I don't know why I filmed this. I'm just drinking water on camera. This is so stupid. I'm good at this. But I think people hop out of the program way too quick. It's a huge mistake because you don't know whether you're plateauing. You can really exhaust everything out of that program that you want. For tall kneeling abs, I posted this on Instagram actually the other day because everyone butchers the shit out of this move. You typically see people fold completely at the hips and get parallel to the ground, and that's just completely wrong. What you want to do here is tuck your pelvis underneath you, squeeze your butt cheeks, and most of the rounding you can see is actually coming from my upper back. Okay, so it's not coming from the low back. The low back should remain completely still, and you're rounding into the low, the core, the low back, and that's why you're going to feel all that contraction, is because that core stays still and you're having a lot of movement around that. Okay, so I took my shirt off a little bit so you can see. Look at that farmer stand, Jesus. So you can see kind of how much I'm arching at my low back. There's no pressure on the back of the head. Don't slam that weight into there. It should be pretty nice and easy. I think these are way better than sit-ups because there's so much strain on your head working against gravity in sit-ups, but there's no strain in gravity. You're just kind of pushing your head into your chest a little bit, and there's no pressure on the back. So we're going to hit out 20 reps. Impressive for men is about 180 pounds on that rack. For women, about 100 pounds on there. So that's what you want to work up to. And obviously above that, you should feel a huge contraction in your abs here when you're rounding the upper back, around the lower back, and your hips will push back a little bit. Okay, so these are hanging leg raises. I love these. This is the regression here with the knees to the chest. The progression is try to get the hardest one is try to get your toes all the way to the bar. You see how I'm not swinging that much. You want to stay really controlled, especially on the bottom. You don't want to turn into like a gymnast and just start swinging back and forth. 15 reps. If you can hit all 15 with straight leg raise, that's impressive. That's what you're trying to build up to. If you can't, then you can cycle into bent knees bent. So you can do like 5 reps with straight leg raise, and then like 10 with the knees bent. Again, the biggest progression is toes to the bar, which I can't do all the reps for. I didn't do any here actually. My abs were quite sore from the other day of training. And again, you can do abs. It's a very low nervous system demand, so you can do abs on your off days as much as you want. This is for social media. I just wanted to post this shirtless and kind of see how I'm working here. But again, you see on my legs are going parallel. The progression from here is legs all the way to the bar, and the regression is just knees to chest. So this is the end of the workout here. You're also going to hit bike high intensity intervals, which I showed you last time. So this one's a different set and rep scheme. I think it's 15 on, 45 off. Again, use that spin bike if you have it, but if not, you can use a bike and just completely rest. Again, that's where all the research is on complete rest with high intensity intervals instead of continuous movement. So anyways, enjoy the workout and happy lifting.